Hey, yo, tu, per anotir asipa olmeo uma. Welcome to another edition of Water Dragon. So, I'm going to be renaming this series to the name of the park. That's MizuYama. Mizu is Japanese for water, and Yama is Japanese for mountain. I'm no longer going to be posting the remaining two builds that I have for the Water Dragon that I still have for the Channel 5 Gaming contest. Instead, I'm just going to go start working on the feedback and comments that I obtained from that actual contest. So there were a couple of main concerns and a couple of points that I do want to cover. First, the track. Yes, it was not smooth. I was talking with people after the contest because I was so confused. I thought that I was using the 4-meter trick to smooth out the ride, and I found out that I was not doing it correctly. The 4-meter trick is actually taking 4 separate pieces of track, and I didn't understand that. So now that I have that correct, because I was doing 3 to 10 meter sections of track, so I wasn't doing like a meter at a time like other people would be doing. So I'll be fixing that in this video. The main issue with the jumpiness of the track was actually in a section where I initially placed standard pre-built sections, and I didn't replace those with actual custom track sections. So I'll be fixing that in this video as well. Off camera, I plan on slowing down the coaster as much as I can physically do so that vistas and scenery and things like that can be made a little bit easier. I may even change the design a little bit, and instead of having it go in a tunnel through the mountain, maybe I'll have it go around back out and then climb up the mountain as part of the track experience. That way you can look at all the different vistas and everything that's going on with that. For those that did not think that the ride was realistic, I do apologize. This is definitely not a realistic setup by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, come on, with a roller coaster that goes in and out of water, that's impossible. Riders would drown, they would get hurt. I mean, there's a whole bunch of, things that would go on that it just wasn't working that. So the way that I developed this park, I developed this with dragon magic. So magic is actually in this particular realm and at its core. So the dragons make it so that you can travel in and out of the water safely, and you don't have to worry about air or any of that other stuff because the dragons fix it. There are a couple of things that I do want to achieve with MizuYama. So I do want to replace as many workshop items that I placed down during the contest. There were tons of different things that I placed into the actual contest, and I did that just for time constraints. I want to go back and pull those all out and then redo them and do them in the style that I want to do them in, or things like that. There will be a couple of specific items that I'm going to keep. Web Searcher's Dragon Fountain, I'm going to keep it, but I will attempt to alter the color of the actual dragon. I want to have it be blue and red instead of, I think it's red and yellow or something like that. I can't remember. So I'm going to have to sit there and play with the baubles and see if I can get it to alter the color for that. Also, the serpent that is in the water, that's actually Floss's water serpent. I'm going to probably keep that just because it works with the overall design of the actual ride. So I'm probably not going to replace that. And then there is a Dragon Race workshop item. I can't remember who the person is that created that, and I do apologize. But that actually works with the theme of my park as well. And I may keep a one-off building here or there, just all depends. But I'm gonna, most of them are going to be replaced, especially some of the older ones that have like 7,000 parts in it, because a couple of them were, blueprint 1, blueprint 2, and it took me a little bit of time to put those together. But I'm not going to utilize any of those. I'm just going to put them into the park. As I replace things, I will be putting up little videos on the different buildings as things go on with that. The other ride I want to keep is Combat's Overpowered Flat Ride. It is perfect placement on the Dragon Ride, on the Water Dragon Ride, and overall theming for that is magnificent, and he did really good work on that, so I'm going to keep that one. There's also a big wheel at the beginning of the entrance section that I'm going to keep as well, and many of the bridges. Now, I took the initial bridges from the workshop, but then I had to do major overhauling, extending some bridges, duplicating others, doing a whole bunch of different things in order to get them to actually fit within the theming of the park. So I'm probably going to keep those as an overall theme. You can leave suggestions or comments in the section below, and definitely we can discuss other items that maybe we want to keep or something like that. You can also, if you want to join my Discord channel, we can take the discussion up in there, because I'm going to create a channel on my Discord server for that. I want to add flat rides and shops into the park, obviously. For the competition, I actually did place down some of these buildings and workshop items that were actually shops and different flat rides. I didn't hook them up to any of the pathing, so I need to be able to do that. Since I'm going to be replacing them all anyway, I'll be building them as I go and make a couple of shops or a skin a flat ride. And you can see the progress as I transform the park into something else. I'm also going to be including shops and rides inside the mountain itself. That's why I have an idea that I'm probably going to change the design of the ride itself so that it's in the water, but then it goes in the tunnel and then comes right back outside of the mountain and then climbs up the mountain, so that they can see all the beautiful vistas and everything like that while climbing up the mountain itself. I do have a transportation ride set up. I need to connect that up. I also need to put together ride stations for that track ride. So all I basically did was place down the track design for that so that it could have resemblance of that during the competition. So I'm going to create themed ones for each of the sections that it does actually stop at. I'm planning on having a chairlift from the base of the mountain to the top, so those that don't want to go through the mountain, they can actually just ride the chairlift. Maybe a gondola, I don't know. There's a couple of them. I can try one or the other, and we'll see how that works. The last thing is I haven't really decided whether or not I want to put a train in this park. It could work. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments, or you can join my Discord server and let me know there what you would think about things that I have going on for this. So let's get back to the speed build, and I hope you guys enjoy. So this is the last portion of the ride that actually had pre-built sections in it, and I'm pretty much past that now. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the coaster, and then I'm going to bring you into the ride and show you a point of view so that you can see how much better this is. My triggers aren't working. So there you have it. Let me know what you think. And if you like this, go ahead and give it a like. If you don't, just let me know in the comments what needs to be fixed or what needs to be improved. And I'll see you in the next episode. Ja mata ne. Bye-bye.